Hello, I'm Vladimir from developer Foxy Voxel, and today I'd like to introduce you to Going Medieval, our new colony building simulator launching soon in Steam Early Access. Going Medieval takes place on the British Isles, in an alternative version of the 14th century, where the Great Plague has wiped out the vast majority of humanity. In this chaotic world fought with danger, it's up to the player to help rebuild society in a brave new age by guiding a community of settlers and establishing their own thriving medieval town. Each game begins by founding a new colony with its own unique name and heraldry symbol, which you can customize and design yourself. When you head out into the wilderness, you'll only have a handful of villagers to begin with, but as you slowly start to establish your settlement, there will be new people that join your society. You can use your villagers to gather essential resources like berries or mushrooms, but they can also do things like chop down trees, hunt animals, and construct buildings as you see fit. There are precious minerals hiding in the ground too, such as iron veins that can be dug up and used for forging weapons with. And when the time comes, the player will need these weapons to be able to defend their people from invaders. In Going Medieval, we want every aspect of the game world to feel like it mimics the natural world in some way. For instance, every tree, shrub, mushroom, or blade of grass grows over time and eventually dies. And as you can see, there are both dead trees and young saplings found throughout the environment. By selecting a tree, you can even see how many days need to pass before you can harvest the maximum amount of resources from it, which in this case is lumber and sticks, which are very useful. This is all because we want the world to feel like it's alive, even without the player's presence. It will be up to you to carefully guide your group of people in a world that has its own rules, and managing your villagers is certainly no easy task. Bad weather, aggressive wildlife, and more dangers lurk within the wilderness of the game map. A hungry wolf may attack one of your villagers, wounding them mortally. Anything could happen. There's a random chance for any of these disasters to happen to you, but we think that's part of the fun in Going Medieval, as no two games are ever the same. When you're attacked by invading barbarians, it can come from any side of the map. So it's essential that the player builds a dependable fort or stronghold, which can protect the people of their colony. In Going Medieval, you can construct multi-level buildings, floor by floor, using a very simple and intuitive construction system. Whether it's creating winding caverns or a sprawling castle, you can design and build your settlement however you like. Wall by wall, brick by brick, the game is fully customizable. You'll also need to craft weapons for your villagers to use. The player starts out with some basic items already, such as a short bow or spear. You'll be able to arm your people right away, but as time goes on, you will need stronger and better weaponry in order to defend your colony. There are many resources at your disposal, including lumber, iron, and limestone, but knowledge is also an important resource in Going Medieval. Villagers with a high enough intellectual skill will be able to produce chronicles and other tomes of knowledge, which can be used to unlock new items and technology for your settlement that may help you defend your people or produce new resources. For example, by unlocking a smokehouse, you can preserve food, meaning that food can last much longer without spoiling. Or by learning how to wield steel, you'll be able to forge new weapons that are stronger and more durable than standard iron swords. Throughout the game, you will encounter events that pop up from time to time. Sometimes, they're welcome encounters, like a new villager arriving, or a visiting merchant that would like to trade with you. But in other instances, you may receive aggressive demands from barbarians, or find an escaped slave in need of your help. It's completely up to the player how they approach these situations, but there can be consequences depending on your choices. For example, if you agree to help an escaped slave, you'll have an extra villager join to help build your colony, but there is a chance you'll later be attacked by their former captors. However, you can always hand them back over. Hopefully that's given you an idea of what going medieval is all about. But there is, of course, much more to see, and many other ways you can choose to build and manage your own medieval colony. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll get a chance to check out Going Medieval when it launches soon in Steam Early Access. You can wishlist the game now on Steam using the link below, and if you'd like to stay updated on the progress of Going Medieval, you can always join our community server on Discord.